All right. Hello, everybody. We're going to get started here. So, Tan Saya Sanawak, Kamamak Nitsigasan, Mackenzie Brown Nitsigasan, Miss Wachus Kahigan Ochinia. Hello, everybody. My name is Mackenzie Brown, and I'm the project manager with Indigenous Tourism Alberta. My traditional name is the Butterfly, and I hail from Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation, but I make Edmonton my home now. I'm really excited to be doing another series with you guys today. The webinar today is on marketing your business in a cost-effective way. I think that this is a really important aspect of tourism right now. Oftentimes, and we're going to be talking about this as we go throughout the webinar, but oftentimes marketing is kind of the first thing that gets cut when finances are struggling a little bit. But marketing is incredibly important for your business, and we'll touch a bit on why that is. So as we get started here, hello, you have seen me already. I've been doing the other webinars as well, and so I'm going to be presenting today alongside with Indigenous Tourism Alberta. So our topic today, marketing in a cost-effective way, we're going to be looking at different aspects of marketing and how you guys can do them in obviously a cost-effective way, but most often free, and how they will really impact the way your brand looks, the way your business looks, and really driving visitors to come and visit your experience, visit your tourism experience. And that, of course, is really important because then that drives revenue and that drives money. It's the whole reason why our businesses end up working is when we have people there to experience them. So how can you go about doing these different marketing things though in a way that doesn't blow your budget? So marketing. I wanted to really define what marketing is because oftentimes I think people think of marketing as just social media or advertising, those kind of things. But really what marketing is it refers to all of the activities that a company undertakes to promote the buying or selling of a product or service. This includes advertising, selling, delivering products to consumers and other kinds of businesses like that. So we look at web design, social media, traffic building, advertisements, all of those different things. They all come together in the idea of what is marketing. Marketing is telling people about your business, getting them to come to your business. All of those activities encompassed. When we look at marketing, the marketing world looks at 4 Ps. So the 4 Ps are product, price, place, and promotion. And the marketing world believes that in order to be really effective with your marketing, you want to look at these 4 different things. So we're going to touch briefly on those things first. So the first P is product. And product, of course, it's a fairly easy one. It refers to the item or items that the business plans to sell. This includes, is your product unique? What makes your product different from others? What is your product? What time frame is on your product? All of those different things. So in order to market, you need to have a clear vision on what is the product that you are trying to sell. That's the first P. The second P is price. So how much are you going to sell this product for? This is really important. You want to look at having a competitive price so that people will maybe purchase your experience and it doesn't blow their budget out, right? But then you also want to make sure that when you're looking at price, look at, okay, how much is your traditional knowledge worth? And of course that's priceless, but in this case, how much is your traditional knowledge worth? How much is your experience worth? How much is can anybody go and experience this around the world? If not, okay, how can that play into your pricing? So in order to market your product, you really need to have a clear understanding of what is the price. Is it the best price? Is it a fair price? Will people pay for this product with this price? The third P in marketing is place. And place refers to, okay, are you going to sell your product at this price online? Are you going to sell your product at this price in a storefront? So place really refers to where are you selling it. This can also refer to, a lot of Indigenous artisans are selling their work online on Instagram or through Marketplace on Facebook, through an Etsy store. So what is going to be the best place for you to sell your product? You want to look at, you can do both, right? For example, I put up Moonstone Creation here. They're one of our awesome members, and they've taken both marketing streams and they sell their product both in store, but then you can also buy lots of their stuff online. So when COVID hit, that was a revenue that they could continue to get because they already had built up their online presence in an online store, as well as going inside. There are more things that you can buy inside, of course, because the incentive is to go into their storefront, but they have that option as well. And then that reaches different audiences too, so you can see how, because they're using both, they're not limiting themselves to one kind of audience or the other. The fourth P is promotion. And promotion means all of the activities such as advertising, selling, sales promotion, networking events, influencer work, videos. So this is the fourth and final P. So just to recap, you have your product. How much are you going to sell your product? So the price. Then from price, where are you going to sell it? To the place. And then promotion is how are you going to let people know about all of these other P's, about how are you going to let people know this is my product, this is how much I'm selling it for, and this is where you can buy it. So that's when promotion comes in. So all encompassed, all of these four P's create your marketing and create your marketing strategy. So that's marketing. That's the whole marketing world. Not quite. You can take multiple degrees on marketing. But what I'm going to give you guys now is I'm going to give you guys 10 tips. The first tip I give you isn't really a tip, so technically there's like 11 tips. But I'm going to give you guys 10 rock solid tips on how you can take these 4 P's of marketing and how you can market effectively and in a cost-efficient way. So how do you let people know about your product, your price, where you're selling it, and how you can buy it? And these 10 tips are gonna help you guys out. So the first one, this is kind of a tip, kind of not, but social media and website. So it's really, really important that one, I would say having a website is incredibly important, especially if you're selling your tourism experience to international travelers. The first thing that an international traveler does is that they pick up their phone and they Google best places to go in Calgary. And so if you don't have a website or a website presence, you're missing all of that. So it's really important to have a website. A website can be super easy as well. We're going to have a webinar on creating a good tourism website in a cost-effective way as well later on. So you can find that information at indigenoustourisamalberta.ca in the industry section of our website. But it's really important to have a website just to have that online web presence, as well as social media. You know, there's a huge audience on social media, and so you might be missing out on a lot of that if you're not on social media. I tell people you don't need to have Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and LinkedIn, all those different things. What we suggest is if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to get social media, do one of those platforms really, really well. I've found that Indigenous communities, we love Facebook. Facebook is our jam. I don't know, like, I think that Facebook was created for us. We're just very good at it. So if you're going to maybe choose Facebook, do Facebook really, really well. Always make sure that you're posting when you're open, your hours, that you're posting fun things, fun photos, that kind of stuff. So just before we continue, social media and website, really important things for your marketing. And most of them, aside from a website, you can get very cost-effective websites, but social media is free. And so it's a really good marketing tool for us. Okay, let's get into our 10 tips then. The first tip that I have for you guys is TripAdvisor and Yelp profiles. So if you go online and you Google best things to do in Calgary, well, let's say best restaurants to do in Calgary, TripAdvisor and Yelp, they're online platforms that people register their businesses for free, and then they show up. So you've probably been on TripAdvisor before, or even Yelp. You can get Yelp reviews, you can get TripAdvisor reviews. Most often, if you have a physical location, your business is probably already on TripAdvisor, whether or not you have went in and said, hey, this is my business, and taken over that profile. But most often, if people have been to your storefront, they might have already written a review for you. I really recommend getting your TripAdvisor and Yelp profiles and claiming them. There is a bit of an issue if you don't have a like store location or a physical front. You unfortunately can't get TripAdvisor or Yelp. I know that I have a business with my mom. We're called Warrior Women. We go into different locations, but we primarily like run out of our house and then have experiences in different locations. So we actually can't get TripAdvisor because we don't have a physical location. But I really recommend TripAdvisor and Yelp. TripAdvisor, over 90 million people every month rely on the reviews on TripAdvisor to know where to go and where to invest their money in for the best experience. I know myself, when I've traveled abroad, I've looked on TripAdvisor, and the places that have the better reviews, I am more enticed to go there. And so many other consumers are like that. So it's a really good idea to look if you have a TripAdvisor already and kind of claim that. And if you don't, it's free on both TripAdvisor and Yelp to get your businesses up there. So you just have to go to TripAdvisor or Yelp, just Google their names. My next tip for you on marketing in a cost-effective way is coupons or discount initiatives. People love a good sale. And I know for myself, when I'm at the grocery store and there's a sale, I'm more likely to buy those strawberries than I am to buy those strawberries. And travel and tourism is the exact same way, especially if you're getting people who are spending overnight, who are going to be spending more money. They're looking for the best bang for their buck. So if you can put in deals such as, hey, my experience is $50 a person. However, if you book 4 more people, now it's $35. That's a really good incentive for families to be like, oh, let's bring our whole family. Or, oh man, let's go to this place because they have a couples retreat discount, right? So some places that we've seen this, hotels are pretty good with this. They often have like reward programs, or if you stay 3 nights, you save 15% off of your stay. We've seen, just different kind of discount and coupon initiatives like that. They can be really, really important in gaining more customers that way. So that's it can be, if you do it correctly, it can be very effective. I know for myself, I'm an artisan, and so I will sell an art print for $5, like a small art print for $5. But if you buy 7 of them, I'll sell them to you for 30 instead of 35, because that makes a bit more sense to me. And people are more often, they tend to buy the 7 over just buying a couple because they love deals. Canadians in general actually love deals. So that's a very cost efficient way of getting more customers to come to you. Cross promotion. This is my third tip. I really like cross promotion because I really believe in partnerships, especially in Indigenous tourism. I think that we're going to grow this industry through our partnerships. So cross promotion is this awesome initiative where 2 businesses come together and they're like, hey, how about we create a deal together, and then you market it to your audience, I market to our audience, and then we both benefit. So a really good example of this is Redwood Meadows and Great Eagle Resort and Casino, both Indigenous owned. They came together and they said, hey, how about we create a golf and stay getaway for people who want to come. So for a rate of $184 per night, that also includes a round of golf for up to 2 players at Redwood Meadows. So now both the people who follow the hotel are like, oh man, we have this awesome deal. And the people who follow the golf are like, oh man, we can golf and now we can just stay at this awesome hotel. So these are really great ways, cross promotion, of reaching double the audience most of the time and benefiting both companies. We've seen this done with, for example, I've seen it done like Warrior Women again. They were doing, if you booked a fireside chat, then you got 20% off of the SkyTram at Jasper. So we've seen it in other ways like that as well. And they're very effective in bringing in different audiences. The 4th tip that I have for you is run a contest. A contest, and this is usually done through social media, it can increase your followers, and it also increases the awareness of your brand, which is always really good, because typically the more followers you have on social media, the more people know about your brand, the more people are likely to book your experience, buy your product, etc., etc. One of the contests that you've probably seen is the McDonald's Monopoly. I know that when the McDonald's Monopoly comes around, I eat at McDonald's more because I could potentially win some money, and that's exciting. I never do, and I end up spending way more at McDonald's than I should, but it's a very brilliant thing that they do every single year to increase their revenue and then give out a prize to somebody afterwards. Be Yellowtail, they are an Indigenous collective, and they also are really good at doing different contests. So they got together, and a bunch of different Indigenous brands, including like Mother Earth Essentials, Manitoba Muklux, Jamie Coma, etc., etc. They came together and they were like, hey, if you tag a friend below and repost this on your social media, your name will get put into a draw, and you could win some of our prizes that we have, over $2,000 in prizes. So what that does for a consumer is they're on social media and they're like, oh wow, I'm going to do that. So then they share it, and then somebody else, one of their followers looks and thinks, oh, what a cool brand. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to look, oh, I really like their stuff. I'll probably buy some. I'm going to share that post. And then their friend sees it, their friend sees it, their friend sees it. And it really increases the followers that you have and the awareness of your business. This can also be done for tourism experiences too. Maybe you say, hey, if you repost this photo and tag a friend, you and a friend could win 50% off of the next time that you come to take part in our tourism experience. Or you could give out a tourism experience, or you could give away like a gift basket or something like that. So running contests is another very good, effective marketing strategy for you. Number five is, it's a very easy one. It's called testimonials. So collect testimonials from your customers, use those in your advertising. Testimonials, they provide evidence that your product or service delivers the results that you promise. And for maximum impact, use only testimonials that describe specific results that the customers really enjoyed. So it's similar to TripAdvisor in the sense that you're reading reviews. But then you can end up using these on your website, on your social media links, saying, hey, this is what a past customer said about our experience, and they loved it, and you will love it too. People really trust the words of other people who've experienced an experience. So Jasper Tour Company, they're really good at doing this. They do it just under their Facebook page. So you can see that people have went and they say, highly recommend the wildlife trip. Joe was so knowledgeable, and it was so great to see a black bear, the elk, and tracking the moose. So now a person who's reading this says, oh, wow, they got to see a black bear, they got to see an elk, they got to track a moose, they got to go on this wildlife trip. That sounds really awesome. I'm going to book that trip, right? So it's just a really good idea to do that. Another easy way that you can do this is just with a guest book. So after your tour, you just pass around the guest book and you say, hey, like, I would love it if you would leave a comment for us. And then you can post those to your website afterwards. You can, you can even use those in grant writing, because it further proves to other people that they've had a good time at your experience, and that they will also have a good time when they come. All right, number 6. Now this one might not seem like marketing because it's not online or digitally, but networking in person is marketing, because it is still telling somebody about your product, potentially about your price, where to buy it from, and that's in turn is promotion. So I really believe in networking in person, and a lot of Indigenous companies, for example, a lot of our members, they have gotten successful due to word of mouth. Do not underestimate the power of word of mouth. Let's say you tell one friend about your business, and then that friend goes and tells 2 friends. Those 2 friends go and tell 2 friends. Those 2 friends go and tell 2 friends. You see how it starts to get big, and you have that network of people. You also never know when you're chatting with somebody if maybe somebody is a potential business partner, or maybe if somebody could help you down along the way, right? So always have business cards in your wallet. Always don't be scared. Like, be proud of your business and what you do. And I know that one of our sacred teachings is to be humble, but you can still humbly explain to somebody else, this is my business. It's really awesome. It's my passion, and I really hope that you come out to it. We also see this happening in like trade shows, for example, at conferences, even maybe let's say you're at a farmer's market and then you're like, hey, I give wildlife tours, and somebody's like, wow, I've been looking for a wildlife tour. That's so great. Can I have your information? Boom, business card, marketing. It's the most easy and cost-effective thing that you can do is networking in person. All right, you're coming down to number 7. I'm pretty sure this is number 7. This is also like, it might seem like a bit of a weird one, but it's really important. Marketing back to your old customers. You are more likely to sell to an existing customer than to sell to a new customer. I know that in the tourism world, this is a little bit different if you're selling to new markets or different people, right? But let's say, but it's easier to sell to maybe like let's say you have sold your experience to a travel agency before. It's going to be way easier to sell again to them than to try to hook a whole new travel agency in. And that's the same with experiences. That's the same with selling products online. That's the same with everything. So make sure to market back to your old customers. Make sure to gather their information. If you have an email list, what have you. We've also seen, Reskilled Life, for example, in Edmonton and Perryvale, they're very good at saying, hey, you've experienced this once before. Now you can get 50% off of this next experience, or you can come back to the same experience for free. That entices old customers, and then old customers will then tell their friends, etc., etc. Number 8, user-generated content. Okay, this comes into play when we're looking at the idea of like social media, websites. You want to have really good imagery. You want to have pictures of people having fun, because when somebody logs onto your website, somebody looks at your social media page, that's what they want to see. They want to see, what will I be doing? Will I have fun? So you might know this, but photographers and getting really good photos is expensive, and getting good videos is expensive, and it's because not everybody can do it, right? And but there's this awesome thing called user-generated content. So let's say somebody's at your experience, and let's say you're taking them on a snowshoe through, let's say you're taking them on a snowshoe through a valley. An easy way that you can get user-generated content is you can ask them, hey, can I take your photo with your phone? And then afterwards, you post that photo and just make sure to tag us. Because then that comes into your social media page. You can see that you've been tagged, and you can ask them if you can repost that. A lot of destination marketing organizations actually do this. And for example, like Edmonton Tourism, almost all of their content on their social media is all user-generated content. It's somebody who's hashtag explore Edmonton, and then they message them, they say, hey, I love this photo, could I repost it? And then that in turn helps the person, because they're like, oh, I could get like more followers. And then you have an awesome photo that somebody took while they were visiting your city or your experience or your store. So user-generated content, it's a really good way of getting photos. Usually sometimes very high quality photos, and being able to, just have more of those digital assets that you'll need in your marketing. E-newsletters, this is my number 9. Don't underestimate the power of e-newsletters. E-newsletters are actually very important. So anybody who's come and experienced your product, ask them for their email afterwards. And then once a month, bi-weekly, make a newsletter and send them out. There are a lot of free programs for creating newsletters that are out there. Canva is one of them, so you can create a newsletter. But I know for myself, I have Reskilled Life. When I subscribed to their e-newsletter just a couple weeks ago, I saw that she was doing medicine walks in the River Valley in Edmonton, and I thought, wow, that's such a cool thing to do. So I clicked on it and I joined. So e-newsletters, they're a good way of marketing back to your old customers. They're also a good way of letting people know in general, hey, this is what I have going on this month. I hope that you can come and join. Then my last tip is our DMOs and PMOs. So DMOs, they're called Destination Marketing Organizations. So there's Explore Edmonton, Calgary Tourism, Wood Buffalo up in the north. We have Jasper Tourism, Banff and Lake Louise Tourism, all of these different destination marketing organizations. Some of them you have to pay to be a member, but that is something that I highly recommend because usually the price is pretty low, and lots of times destination marketing organizations can help you with photos. They can help you with promoting your information on their website. They might be able to write a blog about your experience. They might be able to share your experience on their social media, where most of them have a lot of following. So getting in touch with your local destination marketing organization is a super cost-effective and very high impact way of marketing your business. As well, we look at our provincial marketing organizations. So those are PMOs. So in Alberta, we have Travel Alberta, and then we also have Indigenous Tourism Alberta. So I also really recommend that if you are what's called visitor ready if you are market ready or export ready, to sign up with Travel Alberta for an ATIS. ATIS stands for the Alberta Tourism Information System. So your information can be on Travel Alberta's website. As well, it then filters into Indigenous Tourism Alberta's. And we also have our membership right now, and our membership is free for 2020-2021 right now. So make sure to sign up for those, because we, as provincial marketing organizations, also we have relationships with international markets. We have relationship with other destination marketing organizations, and we really help to market you and your experience. So make sure to sign up for those. If you guys need any help to sign up for those, you can just give us an email at info@indigenoustourisamalberta.ca, and we can get you in touch with your local DMO, Travel Alberta, or us, Indigenous Tourism Alberta. So again, I wanted to give you guys some resources on marketing support. It's okay if you're not good at marketing. Most people have like most like big organizations have an entire marketing department, but there are easy ways that I've pointed out that you can start on marketing and that are cost effective and high impact for you. But if you need further marketing support and some help, some really good resources that we have is I really suggest reaching out to BusinessLink. BusinessLink, they are in Alberta, not-for-profit, and they help you with business planning, creating marketing strategies, all of those different kind of things. And so look up BusinessLink. Again, Travel Alberta, your local destination marketing organizations. And then there are tons and tons of marketing blogs online. You just have to Google like marketing strategy or best marketing tips, and a ton of really good blogs will pop up for you. So that actually brings me to the end of our webinar. So again, if you need any help with anything that we've recommended today, you can reach us at info@indigenoustourismalberta.ca. I also recommend checking out our website at indigenoustourismalberta.ca. Make sure that you sign up to be a member if you're not a member already. And yes, so what I'll do is I'll see if there are any questions. And I don't have any questions right now. So you'll be able to view this webinar online on our website at indigenous-tourism-alberta.ca if you want to go back and see it all over again. So thank you very much. Kinanaskumten ai hai, and take care, everybody.